What's happening, people? Johnny Styles here with the Wellness Observer Live. It is July 24th, 2022. And on today's show, we're going to be covering what went down in Chicago, Illinois. Of course, we have the Chicago Pro Wellness went down, and Isamara dos Santos wins back to back. She's almost like Giselle Machado in that sense that she won back to back shows. And she did it in spectacular fashion. I will be giving like my star reviews on video here as well, so you guys can see and we can chat and talk about it all you want. Before we get to that, I want to give again my condolences to Jerry Ward and his family. Good friend of mine, Jerry Ward, was in Pittsburgh for the Masters Nationals. He was doing color commentary, and one day he was doing the color commentary, and the next day he passed away in his hotel room prior to doing day 2, I believe, of the Masters Nationals. Jerry was a big friend of mine and very close friend for many, many years. We've worked together, and he was a big proponent of the wellness category. He was super happy to be judging the class, and he was one of the most influential people that I've met in my bodybuilding and fitness career, because we went way back, meaning we talked bodybuilding, we talked fitness, we talked wrestling, we talked a little bit about everything. If you don't follow his channel, Bio S3 on YouTube, there's plenty, there's an encyclopedia of information that you can all learn from all the years. He was one of the first real fitness YouTubers in the history of the bodybuilding and fitness world that actually did do this whole YouTube thing. So give him a follow and check them out. My condolences. Very, very sad day. It feels like every other month a good friend passes away, and I'm not liking that at all. But the show must go on, and we're here. Thank you so much for following the Wellness Observer Live on YouTube. Thank you for following on iTunes and Spotify. You also know that on Spotify you can actually watch the show as well, and on YouTube too. We got a cool little community on YouTube where you guys can comment, and I can comment on your comments below, and we can reply. We can go back and forth. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who participated in the poll that I posted in the story while we were after prejudging, while we were waiting for the night show, to kind of get a feeling of who exactly did you guys like according to the pictures. Remember, we were still going away from, we were thinking about looking from iPhone pictures, basically. We were not waiting for the real, legit, high-def pictures, photographed, of course, by Dan Ray. You can check him out at NPC News Online. And you can also see the scorecards. The judges were very clear, and the judges were decided that, who won unanimously. But you guys chose not only Jasmine Payne, but by a small margin. But I could see how you guys decided that Jasmine could win, because I was just showing, ABC, and, we just showing the back part of it. And from the back, I can say that, Jasmine looks really impressive. But that's not why she probably didn't win the show. I'll keep you guys in the loop for a second. I am not gonna do the star rating for 5th place all the way to 8th, because I don't want to take anything. I don't want to kind of say it the wrong way, but these girls absolutely not in their best shape, especially not in wellness shape at all. Some of the girls that are competing today or yesterday or the day before that in the Masters Nationals, over 40, so some of these girls would completely destroy this lineup. Okay? What needs to be happening? Because I don't want to give 1 stars to all these girls, honestly, because I don't want it to come off the wrong way. But they were not ready. The size wasn't there. The shape wasn't there. And the size and structure, it's not really there. It doesn't mean that, I'm a bikini girl and I'm going to do wellness because I grew a little bit. No. or my figure girl, that I'm gonna come down now. And yes, you might have the structure for it. Yes, you might have it, but you're not there yet. I mean, some people are not. They're not there yet, and I would like for lineups moving forward to be more accordingly to the shapes and structures that we've been seeing, because that, my friends, is real wellness. I'm going to start off with Alexis Figueroa from Mexico. She looked great. Her tanning could have been a little bit darker. It looks a little bit lighter on the lighter side. She looked good from the front, a little bit softer, a little bit flat. But from the side, she was okay. From the back, I absolutely did not like what I was looking at from the back. I've seen her harder from the back, believe it or not. But it seems here that she was missing the entire glued ham teardrop. She was missing it. And from the back, her outer quad wasn't even popping. So in reality, I would give her 2.5, almost 3 stars. Although she did make, the top 4, she was still not there. We've seen her way better before. Next up, we have Nerile Garcia, straight from Spain. She was a heavy favorite, and she could have won this show. We've seen her harder. Yes, we've seen her harder. But from the front, I believe, she was not as hard. And size-wise, when you stand them next to Isamara has a little bit more size, especially in the quarter turns. Isamara has a little bit more size on that quad hamstring tie-ins with her. And you can especially see it on the comparisons. I think this is where the show actually was decided, believe it or not. Jasmine Payne. Oh, well, for Nerile, I'll give her 3 stars. She has great abs, good delts, overall good look. She was just, her size and her quads were not really there compared to Isamara. Next up, we had Jasmine Payne, and you guys have seen me talk about Jasmine Payne almost every show. And yes, things did happen with her. She came in looking better, more polished, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, everything. The problem that she has, and some people have already noticed it, is that she is lacking glutes. From the back, if you take a picture, she looks amazing. Great adductors, great outer quad. Her calves, believe it or not, have gotten better. But when she turns to the side, there, my friends, is where you see the big difference. There is when you see that in reality, she is missing that big round glute. I would say if you take a look at this picture that I'm posting right now, Alexis has this big round glute, and then you see Jasmine's glute, and it's not really there. If you compare Alexis with Isamara, you can already tell that they have both big and round glutes. So from the side in the quarter turn, that's the only thing that Jasmine needs to do in order to achieve finally her final form, if you want to call it that. For Isamara Santos, she comes in here a little bit sharper. I mean, I'm not going to go crazy and say that she looked phenomenal. Isamara cannot look like this if she wants to place well at the Olympia. She knows that. She needs to look harder. Okay, while her stomach was in, her structure, she's a taller girl. Her upper body is great quads. Calves can still get better. I'll tell her that. From the side, she has great look from the side. Is the thickness from the sides is there from the quarter turns. And she has one of the longest, if not the longest, glued ham teardrop that we've seen in a while. So for Isamara to come here and win with straight 3s, basically saying that she won the show decisively, she must have looked amazing in the show and the presentation and everything. So what happens now moving forward? Nobody can predict what's going to happen. Maybe I can, because I am who I am. You guys know. But I've seen other outlets, saying that, the Francielli, nobody's going to touch her, blah, 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 blah. Right now, like I've said before, some of the girls in that first color in the Olympia, they're going to be really hard, okay? And to beat the champ, you got to really beat the champ. And when I say that and I look at Isamara, I'm like, it's this shape in this structure. Is that going to be a top 3, top 4 contender at the Olympia, considering we have people like Ryan right now? No. If you put them together, you would see a major difference. What happens in the show is that in reality, I won't say everybody was kind of off, because it wasn't, but I expected a lot more size and a lot more quality in this show. Again, the rest of the lineup, the Brooke Donnelly, Dalia Molina, and all that, they still need a lot of work. And it's cool to compete, but if you're going to compete, you might as well put all your effort into looking awesome, into looking straight up like you belong in a wellness category. Remember, this is like everything. Bikini girls have to do the same thing. Women's physique, they have to do the same thing. Women's bodybuilding, they have to do the same thing. So congratulations to Isamara Santos, back to the Olympia wings. So she's going to the Olympia again, and she has plenty of time to get better. What's going to happen now for the Tampa Pro? We don't know. We don't know who's going to be. I kind of know a few names that have been thrown out there on the Johnny Styles list that's going to do Tampa. So we're going to have to wait and see. I'm going to ask for a press pass for Tampa Pro to see if I can get a press pass, and I can bring you all the great information real time, basically day by day as the day passes. And you can, keep it up to date with all things wellness. Let me know what you guys think of this decision. Let me know why, did you like Isamara winning? Did you like the lineup? How do you feel? Meaning the second call out, did you see that? Did you agree with me that they were not up to par to the standards? What needs to change? Let me know in the comments below. This has been Johnny Styles, and thanks for watching.